momentarily. Just give us a few seconds. So what's Printf? Printf is... What rank is he now? He's still Grandmaster?
He was down in Master for a while, and then I saw him streaming trying to get back into Grandmaster. For anyone who's curious, essentially he is a Grandmaster Cannon Rusher. Oh. He's played in WSS before, and I know he's gotten out of the first round, but he's never gotten very far. But that gives you an idea of how, like, good at cannon rushing he is, because very few people can do that.
Yeah, that's scary. If you get to Grandmaster with cannon rushing, there's something either very wrong with the system, or you're silly.
But the thing is, there would be something wrong with the system if it was common. If it's just one guy is just capable of that, that's like, he's a wizard, and that's fine. Oh, he's still GM? Okay, sick. Good to hear it.
So,
but basically, the thing is though, I remember when Printf was a wee old Gold player. He played, and shortly after getting to like Platinum, he started playing in this, I think, and then very quickly started cannon rushing after that and got very high ranked. But basically, we treat him and Mercury, they're essentially our highest ranked players. I treat them as challenges. If someone wants to play them, they get a one-off best of 5 against them. They'll probably lose, but it's a good experience, so why not?
Okay, so there is definitely no way to hide all that observer crap. The hotkeys do not work for it, so I'm going to just hide the timeline. Does the hotkey jump all the way back? Was it Control-Shift-0?
Oh, we can't. I guess being in a party would be pointless for this. Let me open up the replay. 1 sec.
Yeah, I got the replay.
I was sitting here waiting. I was sitting here waiting for a replay. I'm waiting for the party invite.
Oh, for the... Yep, nope.
Nope. Okay, got that one. Open that. Let me open it up. Gotta get kicked off of BNet. It's Control-Shift-E.
Oh, Control-Shift-E. Perfect. Alright. Speaking to the beginning, I'm set when you are, sir.
For anybody who doesn't know about Fade, Fade is obviously in the chat and could describe himself, but I'm going to preempt him on this. But he likes to play Terran and at one time Protoss as well. Holy crap, the sound got loud. 1 second. I need to prevent myself from going deaf. Master volume, please go back to 8%. Thank you. 100% is quite a bit louder than 8%, as it turns out.
Yeah, a little bit.
As I was about to say, he is a diamond level player and is extremely competent himself at the good old StarCrafts. So in most cases, if he was putting him up against a Masters level player, I would be like, he has a chance. Against a Grandmasters player, most of us have no chance. But I'm looking forward to this because I got 5 games, which means he put up a fight. So let's do this.
Alright, I'm going to make sure to not confine that option again. There we go, confine. Should be smart. Here to set some settings here. This loads an old version of StarCraft, resets all the stuff. So, alright, so you're prepared. Go ahead and give us a countdown.
Wait, who is that?
Who's what?
Is Last Dark Star someone else we know? Because he's like, oh, I guess I am Last Dark Star. I'm like, who's that supposed to be?
I'm not sure.
Was that ZeroQ? ZeroQ, were you here on one of your alternate accounts? Watching phones, so it kind of sucks. Is that you, Printf? Who is this guy?
We're confused now.
I'm sorry if you are just some like new guy hanging out. Never mind.
We get hazed by our friends a lot, so we're kind of paranoid. Apologies for that.
A little bit. In any
all right,
case,
cool. Whenever you're set, sir. Go ahead.
You are Kyle. Oh, okay, Kyle.
Nice to meet you, Kyle. Welcome to StarCraft. All right.
Nice to meet you. I am Anthony.
All right. Anyway, start us off on the top left here. Go ahead.
Countdown in 3 and 2 and 1, go. In the top left part of the map, we have our pink Terran player. It is Fade.
And his opponent spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, the green Terran player. It is Printf.
Remarking that he hopes his Terran hotkeys work. That is always a frightening thought. Just like when you're leaving your house and you're like, I hope I closed the garage door. Oh well. Differences in real life, you circle around and you check.
A little different.
StarCraft, there's no circling around. You're like, okay, let's go. Hope I don't get robbed. All right. But yeah. Anyway, we've got the... So we're looking at TVT. This is Heart of the Swarm for anybody who's wondering. We're not still on Legacy of the Void. So there aren't any flying siege tanks here.
Nope, no flying
so
siege
we're going to
tanks.
be seeing a little bit more standard DOD. Probably going to attack each other with Banshees and go into a positional war game. No Reaper, please. Of course, this is Printf, so he might just go Mass Reapers. You never really know.
Yeah, we know this
no
guy.
Reaper, please, as you wish.
As you wish.
He's gonna do something else.
Oh no, he has to be. There's no way Printf's gonna let him get away with that.
I mean, he's a pretty good guy. He actually will mention to me, he's like, usually when I set him up with somebody who's a little bit lower ranked, he actually does message me. He's like, hey, do you want me to do something different than what I normally do? And I'm like, nah. I mean, everybody knows what you do, man. Like, he's probably playing you because he wants you to do what you normally do.
Well, it's pretty standard so far. Both players dropping a barracks. Fade, though. Fade hitting a quick gas after he pleaded no Reaper. This does look like a Reaper opening. Very suspicious.
Well, the thing is, a Reaper opening can go into 1,000 separate things. So it's like, yeah, he's definitely going to probably build a Reaper first. But then again, you can also use this opening to go into Fast Factory. Still. Cube blind counter at Alcuzio of map hack.
Sure enough. Fade dropping a Reaper. Here comes a Reaper.
I don't know what a blind counter to Mass Reapers is as Terran. I mean, I know as Protoss, it's to go 3-gate into Blink with Stalkers, and the Blink Stalkers just crush them.
Blind counter is, as a Terran, it's Colossus. You gotta build Colossus to beat those.
You gotta build Colossus.
Yep, you have to build
Colossus. I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know if it's like rushing for siege tanks or just going like a couple quick gateways and getting a Marine ball. If that actually does it. I don't know. No idea. Bunkers. Bunkers are good. Just saying. I mean, I don't know if it's relevant to this conversation, but bunkers are a thing.
Bunkers are pretty good.
Yep. Especially with the extra health and the extra Marines in them. I think they actually removed Neil Steel Frame, by the way. I don't think it's actually a multiplayer upgrade
Well,
anymore.
nobody ever bought it, so...
No. The only people who would ever get... Okay, Reaper here. We got Marine out. He did not go Reaper first. Instead, he went for Fast Factory. Surprise, surprise, actually.
Pretty good control. He's got 2
Going for a
SCVs.
starport. Oh, is he going to go for Fast Widow Mine? Drop. I hope so.
Oh,
Gas first?
Yeah.
Gas? Gases?
It's either Reactor Widow Mine or Reactor Hellion. It looks like he's dropping some Hellions on the map.
What?
Look for Hellion drop,
What?
Hellbat drop. No. If he can pull this off right, I mean, getting these Hellions in here is going to be awesome. Or Hellbats, you know. Non-combat shielded Marines are pretty bad against those. Hey,
Watch Trumpet and... Oh, okay.
There you go.
I like alt tab. Now I know. I see. Okay. Well, thank you for joining us today, Mr. Darkstar.
Oh, glad to have you. Always glad to pull in new people.
And also, yeah, how's the Trumpet stream going? I haven't been on that in forever because it's always at like 11:30 my time, and then these days, Day 9's like, I'm gonna crash until midnight. So, I mean, on the East Coast. So I'm like, I can't be on the show now. I'm too tired. And I just kind of collapse instead of going to the hangout.
And those playtests. It's like,
Those two, yeah.
I wanted to playtest all last year. It's like, well, I can't make any of them.
Anyway, we have a Reaper being incredibly irritating. Unfortunately, he gets flambéed for his irritants.
He's also
he loses his life.
He's also incredibly dead. Yeah.
Flambéed.
Flambéed.
Serve him up later. Anyway, the yeah, I actually was gonna. Oh, that's right. They didn't have one on Wednesday. I was like, was I going to? And I just forgot or something. Like, no, I just didn't have.
Nope, didn't have one.
But yeah, I gotta participate in those tests. I want to like actually participate in the game before it starts going on to open beta, or not open, but closed beta, which is soon. By the way,
soon, trademark soon. So here we go. Fade's moving out as there's a drop headed toward his base. Printf filling him up with 4 Hellions. So this, fortunately, this missile turret isn't going to help Fade out very much if these Hellions are on the ground, which they will be.
Anyone who watches this and doesn't know me is going to think I was boosted. Don't worry, Printf, we let them know. We know, the world knows. Trust me, the world knows. Including the new guy, he knows too. He knows what's going on.
Well, these Hellions...
But anyway.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So
we have
damage.
Hellions basically annihilating a bunch of SCPs at the frontier, and it looks like, unfortunately looks like Fade's just gonna fall apart right off the bat here, as he's already taken 17 losses in workers. Meanwhile, at the other side of the map, we have a bunch of Reapers, a bunch of Hellions doing the exact same thing. So it looks like we're in for a rather long game.
Yeah, one of mine went off and took out half of Fade's Hellion, so he's kind of doing what he can with those 3 that are left over. And, Printf pulling off some nice drop micro here against this tank. Ooh, took it out with just 4 Hellions.
Now, the unfortunate reality here is that it turns out Printf has workers.
Yes,
and
he
Fade
does.
doesn't. So, despite the fact that both attacks happened on both sides, we're looking at a situation... Ooh, blue flame. He's like, oh, I don't want to deal with that. We're looking at a situation where eventually Printf should just win, because he will have mining at all. So, on the upside for Fade, he does have 2 command centers, so he can refill a little bit quickly, but
did you see
those are awesome like that.
The Hellion that got blown up by the Widow Mine? Did you see the little tire roll down the ramp? That was pretty good.
Oh, it does. That's
yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, the tire just kind of rolled away.
Unfortunately, physics is actually ranked client side, so
yeah.
that could have easily not happened on mine. Yep, it is.
Oh,
That
well.
marine that explodes might go to the left on your screen, it might go to the right on mine.
Great. I mean, not great, unfortunately. So, Printf poising here at the front. He's got 4 Widow Mines and 2 Hellions. Go Widows. Going to get really aggressive here. Fade's going to have a hard time with this. He's only got 3 Hellions of his own. Nothing else to speak of, unfortunately. There's a Viking here, too. He's going to move forward, get some scouting information.
So he's going to basically allow... Yeah, he's going to see that there's nothing really here, so he's just going to go in with a minimal number of units. Most of which... Super minimal number of units. He's actually going to scan and kill the Widow Mine.
Oh.
And I think this might... Well... Yeah. I think Printf was... Well, up until that point, Printf was really overestimating his ability to micro. But now with that one Widow Mine shot, yeah.
Jeez. Ouch.
So, in case you guys... I mean, if you don't watch a lot of StarCraft, or maybe you do, there's probably something you've noticed by now, which is that one-base rush games always have 3 outcomes. And the first outcome, one side wins. Just right there. Second outcome, one guy wins later. Third outcome, everyone takes damage, nobody wins. And you just sit there and turn into a macro game because nobody can do anything for a really long time. This is actually kind of a hybrid of those 2 situations where they both did damage to each other. One player came out a little bit ahead, but they still have stuff, and there's fighting going on everywhere. And there's this opportunity to equalize things a little.
Blue flame going down on these workers. Hurts a lot. A little bit of drop micro here from Printf. Moving up straight to the main base again. Gonna try and pull these SCVs.
This is like early days of Wings of Liberty, just Hellions everywhere, lining them up and all that jazz. Oh, look at them go.
So much damage, so much damage. So many workers. But there is a Banshee out here for Printf, yeah.
Yeah, but now Fade has actually the worker lead. He's turned it around. He's killed 35 of his opponent's workers. Basically all of them. So, Printf does have some left, but yeah, return damage equally as catastrophic, so now we're looking at a relatively equal situation with a slight advantage for Fade. At least until that Banshee gets over here and does it again.
Oh, the Banshee's coming. But there are turrets, so he is prepared. Yep, he's dropping another one actually right at the front, so that he doesn't have to deal with that crap. There we go, morphing into Hellbats. Whew. Love Hellbats. These are pretty great. Remember that they do, once they morph, turn into biological units that can be healed by these two medevacs. These two medevacs have full energy nearly. So it's going to be a little bit tough for our friend, Mr. Pink Terran.
So he does have some detection, but the detection is sitting out at the front, and it looks like Printf is just saying, I think I can just walk in and you can't stop me. So he's going to lift up these Hellbats, put them on the high ground, and now he's going to fight at an angle where Fade really can't do anything about it, just kind of walk into the base. And there just isn't a lot of anti-air here. There's a turret. So these Banshees really should be able to get a lot done.
Up his tank. Well, tank going down. The Hellbat's moving right in on top of these workers. Getting taken out,
Hellbats on workers.
Oh yeah, super good.
That's not a good time for at least one person.
Could have gone a little faster with Blue Flame, but unfortunately, Printf doesn't have that. But he does have Banshees. Banshees are hurting.
Yeah, I mean, he's at the point. He's at the point where his only real ability to do damage is going to be targeting a building. So it looks like he's trying to decide what he wants to do with them. Yeah, you can hit like one worker on the edge or anything that goes for that gas, but it doesn't look like Fade's going to let that happen. Otherwise, Fade, it looks like, is starting to build some more infrastructure down here. He's got a couple more missile turrets as well as a factory on Printf's side of the map. He's looks like just churning out Hellions. Lots and lots of Hellions, get more factories. Hellions and factories. Has not refilled the workers on his main. Probably should Maynard a few workers from the natural over to the main base. But that'll be a thought for another time. As there's now a Thor, and Thor's apparently can shoot up, so he's going to leave. Well, I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Thor came out, yep.
I did not see that coming.
He splashed those two Banshees out of the sky there, and then picking off the Hellions one by one since they were so low. So Printf had to pull out. Pretty good there by Fade. You know, if you have enough, Thors are pretty good. If you have enough economy for it. Drop it down.
This is the part where basically what Printf was saying before when he said anybody who sees this is going to think I was boosted. What he means by that is if you spend all your time like really perfecting the early game and you become Grandmaster through the early game, well, what happens? You have no practice in the mid and the late game. So if the game actually goes that long, he's probably more like a Platinum player. Maybe a Diamond player these days. He's probably gotten better at it since then. Since the last time he talked to me about it.
You saying whatever league you're in is diminishing returns?
I'm saying that it's only representative of what you're good at. You're a specialist in StarCraft.
Yes.
Just because you have a degree in biology doesn't mean you know jack about engineering.
Ooh, 2 wood of my shots going off. Fade lost almost
and looks like we're going to see the opposite of that. If he... Oh, he's scanning them first. He's going to try and take them out. Oh, it's not happening, though.
Ouch.
Oh, there's a siege tank, so if he gets any closer... Yeah, this is just like... It's fascinating to this is that this is very similar to the game we just saw in Legacy of the Void.
Right.
When you're not playing Standard in Legacy in the Heart of the Swarm, it looks a lot like that. Except people don't mine out as fast, so it takes forever.
Taking a while now. It's focusing on positioning here. I mean, Fate's... I like the Blue Flame choice. It's coming in handy. It's killing off these units real fast, but... Printf's really abusing the fact that Fate is focused on the front ramp. He does have a Thor here to defend, but it's at half health. He hasn't repaired it yet. So eventually that's going to whittle away. He's going to lose all of his anti-air.
Yep. However, Printf has made a very good decision in that he has picked up a third base in the back of this. And again, like, he's picking up stuff from the people he's playing that beat him, most likely. And this is really just a logical decision to make at this point in the game. Hellbat time!
No bad time. All morphed up, healing up here. Fade mounting for a counterattack. Going down, picking off some of these Widow Mines. Just make sure that the positioning is right. Oh, there we go. Took it out.
We would really like to get a couple Hellions just outside past this army and snuck into Printf's base. The fact that he's been trapped back here is really not helping things. But now that these siege tanks are in play, he's got enough tech that he can just deal with everything that Fate has at the moment.
Yep. All he's got to do, too, is just leapfrog forward, slowly advance, pick off whatever Printf sends at him one by one, and he's in a good shape. But he has a command center. He constructed a command center, so he's going for his own third base. This should be great to get his economy boosted back up to where it should be by this point in the game.
Uh-oh. Rally point. Let's change it. Up. Go. Up. Okay.
Oh,
This guy's
lost
gonna
one.
keep going, though. Scout
Lost one.
time. He's gonna scout. Ostensibly, anyway.
Well, he knows where not to go now. That's for sure.
Can you imagine how confusing this would be, like, in a very literal sense? Trying to run an army, like, the way you actually would. Because you would not necessarily have, like, a full battlefield layout to look at with super detail like this. Mm-hmm. So all you would know is, like, okay, we're going to send him forward, and then the dude would explode, and you would have to kind of infer from how long it took the Hellion to explode.
That's old school tactics. Middle-aged kind of stuff. Well, let's just throw a couple guys out there with swords and see who dies and who doesn't. And we'll go the direction that they don't die in.
Yep. And then you scan afterwards, and someone else in the military is like, you know, doing what this guy is for his face palming. Putting a card down here. It's like, oh right, not medieval. But video games aren't real life, so
hey, how about that?
Things are a little bit different.
That's a good thing. So, if you will kindly look at the production tab, you do see something very intriguing in there. Printf going for battle cruisers. He's got the Yamato cannon on the way. It's about halfway complete. This should be pretty good.
I also noticed he was sending him to the rally point, and then the scan happened, and he was like, "Stop the battle cruiser. Stop. Okay, good. Now I can join the army."
Yep. That's gonna be super good against those siege tanks now.
Here comes the ground version of a death ball. There's no anti-air here, so this battle cruiser is gonna push this away.
Yeah, waiting for the siege up on these.
Doesn't, I guess he's gonna siege. It's just gonna shoot him.
Doesn't really need to, actually.
But there's, okay, so Thor versus Battlecruiser. It turns out Battlecruiser wins by a lot. Now there's two of them, and he's just gonna, looks like he's just gonna kill the command centers, just suicide the siege tanks in here.
Secret room.
Pop. Well, it hurt them, kind of. Oh, that has a lot of supply on it. Let's get rid of that. And by the way, Fade actually is ahead by about 60 supplies, so as long as he can really do enough damage with these ground forces where the battlecruisers kill everything, he should be able to buy himself enough time to just build Vikings.
Yeah, definitely. Super interesting how this is panning out here. I mean, these siege tanks are wrecking everything in the main base, but this battlecruiser is going to slowly push this off.
And it looks like, oh, now he's going to go for the fusion core.
Quick, get the fusion core!
No.
Yo, no more battlecruisers for a while. Yep. No more
One more, so he's going to have 4 battlecruisers, which admittedly is a pretty large amount. And on the upside for Printf, he has 2 more bases mining, so this doesn't actually hurt him that much. So Yamato is unbound. Oops. Looks like he'll be clicking. Oh!
Like he will be clicking, unfortunately. But, ooh, Fade moving in here. 2 Blue Flame Hellions on this second base. Oh, getting some decent, juicy SCV kills.
On. I mean, that helps. It slows things down a little bit. Though at this point, they have so much resources on both sides. It's really less about the econ damage, and it's more about who can kill the other person's army first.
Yeah, pretty much. Yep, Fade himself working on a bunch of Vikings. I wonder why, Omega. I wonder why.
Probably to deal with the Raven that he saw.
Right, that one Raven, yeah.
That was the most, yeah, that one
very
Raven.
Dangerous.
That one Raven was really scary.
Very, very
scary. 4 Vikings at a time, you should have more than enough to defend against the battlecruisers as they come here. Because battlecruisers, as it turns out, take a really long time to go anywhere. If this was Legacy of the Void, they'd probably have enough for a teleport by now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he fixed it. Okay, mid-game, opened up the hotkey panel, tweaked everything. Or they paused. I don't know.
Super good. So both armies here poised. Strike. Oh, Fade's moving away from his base, though.
Well, no, he won't be in a second. There's a scan, now there's stuff exploding, so he's going to be like, I should probably deal with that. So, by the way, these are massive space capital ships from the Heart of the Swarm cutscene. They are now being chased by 8 or so things that are at least a 100th of their size. One of them's gone down.
Yep, Thor's switching to precision mode, hitting one target at a time rather than splash damage, taking down these Banshees, and all these Vikings are going to get picked off by these 3.
PDD is powerful.
PDD.
But unfortunately now he's running out of stuff, and it looks like another battlecruiser falls. There's a missile turret here that's going to make life worse for them if they go any further in that direction. And yeah, it looks like he's gonna lose his air army.
Oof.
But at the same time, on the back of this, he's gotten more resources and is building more battle cruisers.
And also a 4th base.
And Hellions.
Or 5th base.
Battle cruiser Hellion, the ultimate composition.
Battle bruiser, Hellion. So Fade currently leading quite a bit in army supply, picking off Printf stuff. So he smells this. He's moving in, and then all these units over the map. Vikings taking down the mid lane, and these ground units coming in from the bottom. This is gonna hurt. Printf's not gonna have a whole lot here at the front yet.
Stuff split. I think he actually just wins because like he's gonna have maybe 2 battle cruisers. Yeah, that's game over.
Yep. Fade takes
So
game
1
1.
goes to Fade.
Very well done. This is pretty good. Pretty good done. Well done by Fade. I mean, holding out from the beginning there. Those Hellions are really doing some serious damage, and he managed to swing his fists and get back into it. So
I've noticed kind of there's always been a consistent mentality for higher level players when they face lower level players and all the time that we've casted, which is the first couple games are kind of like, I'm going to screw around and do whatever, and then if they lose, they go to their real stuff. So what I'm expecting is either this game or the next game, Printf is going to start breaking out the like Mass Reapers and cannons. Because he's going to be like, I don't want to lose. So, and that's probably what we're going to see happen next.
right.
Of course, Fade expects this. This is tougher for Printf. Like that style of cannons and Reapers does get a little bit weaker if the other person knows you're going to do it, because they can blind counter stuff. Cannons less so. Reapers definitely can be blind countered. So it's really a question of what he wants to do next. Load up game 2.
Yep, load up game 2 here.
Getting on BNet, getting off BNet. Gonna get to watch Artanis dive bomb a bunch of Zerglings 4 more times.
Oh yeah.
So pause, Control T, and Control Shift E. Go to menu. Make sound not deafening. I am good to go.
Okay, making sure I don't change the timeline here. I have to reset all of my observer options. I have to re-invert my drag scroll. So this is going to take a minute, guys. Sorry about that.
I'm kind of glad I didn't change much.
Yeah, I like drag scroll. It's easier to observe that way. You get a smoother camera movement, so it doesn't make everybody on stream puke.
That is cool.
It is quite cool. Quite cool.
Yes, once upon a time, Fade was a bronze, silver-ish day-knight, and then he slowly rose in power.
Slowly clawed his way to the top.
He became a Dark Templar and faded into the background.
Slicing through the corpses of his enemies. To the top of the Iron Throne.
The Iron Throne.
Alright. Alright, sir, I'm all set. When you are, give us a countdown.
Sorry. Anyway,
yep, that's what I was going for. You got it.
Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In the bottom left part of the map, we have our pink Terran player. It is none other than Fade, who's currently ahead by 1 game.
And his opponent spawning in the top right-hand corner of the map this time. It's the green Terran player, Printf.
Okay, folks. So, basically, Fade is shown off. He's like, cool, I can fight you in a macro game and potentially win. So I'm very interested to see what Printf's response to this is going to be. I'm kind of hoping he gives this a second try. Apparently they pinged on the map somewhere. Oh, this map. Yeah, the double entrances, the Moonlight Madness.
It is madness indeed. I don't like this map. Now, this
Printf,
double
by the
ramp
way,
thing is...
probably plays in this map all the time, because I feel like this map is probably perfect for his strategies.
Oh, I'm sure.
By
I'm
way
sure.
early SCV.
He's very good at early game aggression.
50
50 entrances to base.
base.
About 2
Printf.
50s.
So
Same
Printf,
number.
you'll notice he's avoiding the ramp. He's not here to scout. Oh no. No
Nope.
scouting for him.
No scouting.
Ah, yeah. See, Printf, like I was saying, he plays on this map all the time. So, like, the fact that it has multiple entrances, old hat to him.
Yep.
But Fade, he's like, bleh, when he sees this map. As most people were when it first came out.
He's like, what?
It's caused StarCraft puking.
StarCraft puking.
And then the other map that looks like Scrap Station that we saw earlier, that has a similar effect, but it, like, not right away. It's not until you take that natural and try to hold it against the Zerg, and then you're like, this map sucks. For me.
Sucks.
For me. Like, you have to approach it a very different way. You can't play standard. Gotta be doing something else. But anyway, it looks like Printf is, he's gotten a little bit of gas. He's going to throw down a tech lab in addition to this barracks. And this is very surprising to me. It makes me think that he's actually considering going for, like, a bunch of Marauders, actually. Because usually you would grab that for... You grab a reactor. Yep, there it is.
Piggybacking off the conversation in the chat, actually, I'm surprised I don't recognize more names from the DKTL. I did stream all of those for Mr. Blake and his buddy, Woodside.
Well, there was more than one of those, and there was a lot of other, like... so it's possible maybe he's just played earlier.
So... Nice to meet you all.
What was a thing? It's been about a year, I'd say.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, more than a year.
At least a year ago. More than that, I'm sure. Actually, I haven't heard from Blake lately. Should yell at him.
The last time I talked to him was a couple months ago.
Mr. Freaks.
He's doing...
No, Marauder at the ramp now. Picking away at these supply depots, and suddenly Fade understands exactly what's happening here.
And he's going to pull the boys to kill the Marauder.
Pulling the
Marauder
boys.
doesn't have slow yet. Oh, a nice move from Printf. He's going to start building a bunker where the wall was going to be. So that can't be completed. And he's just going to focus down this Marauder as best he can. These things take forever to kill SCVs, so this is a fairly decent choice, but they do eventually pull it off. And more of them are coming out 2 at a time. So he's going to need some additional resources. A Reaper comes back, is able to stop the bunker from finishing. It's the first step in potentially holding this, I feel, for Fade. However, it's important to note that he has very little mining going on, and is still completing this command center in the back of this, which you may actually want to consider canceling at this point.
Yeah, may want to cancel, get those minerals back. Yikes, the bunker canceled now.
He really needs these, actually. I mean, he's still mining gas, which is great and all, but I don't think he really wants gas right now either.
He shouldn't be losing these. He needs to leave it to the Marines and the Reaper to clean this stuff up now. Oh,
Turns out Marauders, by the way, are quite a bit stronger than individual Marines.
Especially when they have the concussive shells there, the slow. And Printf is left to his devices here, unfortunately. He's just going to continue building this up. This is going to be hard for Fade to hold.
It looks like he's just going to use the command center to maybe rebuild his SCVs, but more Marines coming out. Unfortunately, 2 of them just spawned. Might fight in a bad location. He's grabbing some tanking for the Marines, and then he's going to run back up here. And this is kind of, I think, where the Marauder attack, unfortunately, is going to lose a lot of its steam. It's just the overall DPS of the Marines, if they can mass up enough, it's just going to be very, very much greater than the Marauders. Unfortunately, focusing down 3 Marines does give Printf some more legs in this fight.
Oh, this is super painful to watch. Fate's just trying to hold on here as best he can, and unfortunately loses it. Game 2 goes to Printf.
Yep. Okay. But yeah, pretty much Printf looks like he was going for a build that was getting pretty hard countered by that.
Right.
It happens. That is a neat build, though, in that we haven't really seen that particular cheese in a long time. I think like that was one of the earliest Terran rush attacks that was ever invented, I think, in Wings.
Mm-hmm.
But it was used against Protoss primarily, and you didn't really see it that much after.
Yeah, the double barracks thing. And then Protoss got the same idea, and then Proxy 2 Gate came into play, and then they...
Oh, there was so much silly broken stuff in the first beta for Wings I've read about. I didn't actually experience it directly or see it back then since that was before.
Yeah, I didn't actually get to play in the Wings beta, unfortunately, but...
It's a good time. Anyway, I'm reopening the client here because it makes you do this.
Yep. doing that too. Loading up game 3 versus Printf and Fade.
I'm really looking forward to not having to do this ever again.
Yeah, me too. Me too, buddy.
Unfortunately, we'll have to do it one more time tomorrow, and then I'm thinking I'll probably move matches back a week, because, like I see, the Void's gonna just come out. There's BlizzCon. Who's gonna want to play games when BlizzCon's happening?
No, you're gonna want to watch BlizzCon, yeah, and you're gonna be gone anyway, so...
Well, I won't be casting that weekend. I would be casting the week after that, is the way we had it set up, but I was just thinking about it from a player's perspective. Let's give people 3 weeks for the next one. Should be better. Rather than 2. I don't want to obligate anybody to play during, like, around that time, because some people will have to play on the weekend. They won't get another chance.
Right.
Anyway, opening game 3.
Alright, game 3 is loaded for me. Change settings, and set to go after that.
If you guys want to all be Greek letters with us, it's okay.
Yep, totally cool. Join the Greek letter club. It's what the cool kids are doing.
We can make a bunch of TIE fighter squadrons.
Yes. I'll play Star Citizen because that's as close as it's gonna get.
Yeah, probably.
Drag scroll did not invert. Accept. Volume. I'm good to go when you are, sir.
So, unfortunately, that 3 seconds of time totally spoiled something for me, but that's okay. You'll see what it is in 3 seconds. Anyway, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and get started here. In a 3, and a 2, and a 1. So, on the right side of the map, we have our pink Terran player who's lifting up and going to the gold. In the top part of the map, we have our Protoss player this time. It is Quasar's Printf, currently tied with his opponent 1-1.
Yep. So this game's going to start off real fast here. No time for introductions. Fade's going to move right to the gold, drop all of his SCVs, land, and start mining immediately. This is super risky. Super risky.
I want beta because that describes my personality. Feels bad, man. Aw, Jake. Don't be like that, man.
All right,
I guess I should call you Jacob. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of cool. I'm not used to people using their names and IDs. It's like, feels weird. But that's okay. It works out. Don't change it. If you can get used to having your name on the internet, that's a lot better from a branding standpoint. Anything with streaming, trust me. But anyway, yeah, so we got a gold mining base here from Fade, and pretty much what this means is we're going to have a lot of Marines real fast as long as he's used to how the build works. If you're not used to how the build works, we get Marines at the exact same rate because people don't realize they need 5 barracks, and yeah. By the way, there's green stuff on the high ground. Why? Because Printf figured out what was happening, and now he's cannon rushing him from the high ground.
Super good move here because the cannon's going to reach all those SCVs on that mineral line, and Fade's going to be hurting.
Shuts it down.
Yep, shuts it down.
This is basically fatal. Oh, but he's noticing it. He's going to try and get up here and stop it. He's going to fight with the probe. Damaging the probe is really your only shot of stopping this at this point. And not a cannon. He's building a gateway. Yeah, he's going to block him off. Oh, that's right. Nice move. He's slowing this down tremendously, and he's actually bringing a bunch of SCVs up here to help stop it. What this does is it means that the cannon can't be placed down here to actually shoot at the mineral line for a little while. Oh, he's just going to cancel a juke right in. Excellent maneuver here. We have photon cannon going down already, but here comes the SCV reinforcements with their golden... Okay.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, that doesn't work because he was blocking it with that. And unfortunately, yeah, he does need to focus on the probe. The probe can just keep putting up stuff. It can trap his workers up here and just keep being irritating. He needs to make sure he keeps some eyeballs in that. And he's just going to, yeah, there he goes. He's going to trap him right in there with the cannon. And the cannon's going to finish and kill everything. Probably.
Yep. Unfortunately for Faye, this looks like this it's going to hurt a lot. Printf's probe getting the shields back now. Can't really kill it. Cannon's going down, taking out all these SCVs. All of them. Buildings are canceling now, but it's too late.
Yep, but he was able to mine quite a bit more thanks to doing that. And he is just going to move up here. Now, the problem with this, of course, is that this is an easily predicted move by Printf. He's going to probably just put a pylon and a cannon up here as well, and it's inside his main, so it's even easier to set up.
There he goes, dropping his minerals. Oh, not building anything on the high ground.
No, he's going to put a photon cannon up here. I guess he's worried that he might be able to get Marines out pretty soon. Because some of the infrastructure actually did finish.
It's true.
I'm not
Two
really sure
barracks
what you
going down
do. I'm not sure what you do in defense against this at this point. Like maybe spreading out your infrastructure so cannons can't easily hit everything is something you would try. But I feel like, yeah, once you get at the point where he can start throwing down a single cannon like that, it just gets tremendously difficult. And yeah, he's checked up here. Sees that he's there. Here comes Here comes the pylon. He probably won't even have the full wall because he's not in the person's space anymore.
Yep, there goes Fade scouting though with his barracks. He's gonna know exactly what Fade or Printf's planning.
Yeah, the problem is he can't actually reach up there. On the upside, if he
He
does
can
put
land.
the cannon down, he can shoot it. But he can also just put a cannon behind the pylon, and then that can drive away the barracks.
Land this barracks though, and he won't be able to construct those. Oh no! No, too late.
Oh no! Was that a probe?
That was a probe. Killed a Marine there.
That was amazing. He's just going to watch from the high ground. He's kill off the cannons. Really nice maneuver. He has to do something about this thing having high ground vision. Blind.
Very good. Landing, sure enough.
No,
Building Marines.
That's why he put the cannons in his base, because he anticipated this probably. This is what I meant by when I said this guy's grandmaster at this. He's like, he's seen the different permutations and has a response for basically everything. Here comes the Mothership Corps, which probably will win this fight eventually.
Especially one at a time. These Marines getting choked up behind these minerals. The Corps does win. Still has 60 HP left.
And now he's going to start building infrastructure. We have 2 gateways out. There's the Cybernetics Corps as well.
Drawing some fire from the Mothership Corps. Get the barracks time to construct some more Marines.
He's going to try and bunker trap him up there.
And I'm just fascinated. There's not really a whole lot to say. It's all playing out in front of us here.
Now, this is a very interesting thing to watch, because this is actually a rare form of StarCraft, seeing 2 people that do a lot of early game stuff. Fade's known for this as well, although he doesn't necessarily do it as much as Printf. But, like, it's very interesting to see how these games evolve, because sometimes they do turn into a very kind of tactical cat and mouse sort of thing. Now, there's a Stalker out. The Stalker, in theory, can actually micro against normal Marines infinitely, but there's a ramp here, and he's just not going to get the opportunity to do that. At most, this Stalker can try and park himself by the defenses, but we have even more Marines coming, and it looks like he's actually just going to pick him off here with a Marine from the back.
One Stalker coming in, though, working away at these workers for Fade, just slowly, but there's so many Marines here in Printf space, he's got to do something about this.
Yep, now there's workers up here as well. He's going to finish off this bunker. When he gets Warp Gate, he will be able to start warping in units in the back up here, and they'll be able to attack.
Printf
has been producing... Printf is producing Stalkers from the back, so there's one that will be able to make it up here. But it's going to take quite a while, and yeah, Fade is supply blocked, actually, as kind of is Printf at the moment.
Printf was supply blocked there, wasn't able to construct 2 Stalkers at a time. He's only just now starting on that next one, and there's so many Marines here, so much damage going down on these Stalkers. And
here comes that worker. He's going to walk into the mineral line, and there's basically no defenses back here. Now the mineral line is being attacked from 2 sides. But we have the Marines actually running up to pressure that as well. There's not a lot of kiting room, but he doesn't want to fight anywhere near that canyon if he can help it. Is he gonna? Yeah, okay, he's got a lot of health in the barracks, so it'll be fine. But yeah, now that this Stalker was produced at the other end of the map, he was able to come over, disrupt the mining, and force a liftoff. Now there's too many Stalkers here as well, so it looks like he's going to have to vacate to another base. But there's a really good lockdown now.
Pretty good lockdown, yep. Bunkers in the base. He's repairing this barracks, can continue to construct Marines, and...
Unfortunately, he's only got 81 minerals, so these repairs aren't going to last for that long, so if he actually wastes all the minerals on repairing this barracks, he's actually going to be in a lot of trouble. And there goes, yeah, he's not repairing the bunker. I guess he thought he had set them to the bunker, but that was not happening. It does out-repair the DPS of the Stalkers, however, and now those gateways have fallen, and he can hit... Here's the fatal point. Just like in a cannon rush, he can hit the Nexus.
Yep, Printf's trying to hold out as much as he can. He's constructing 2 more gateways on the back of this. Oh, so difficult here. Fade moving up these barracks, trying to just kind of draw the fire of the Stalkers, I guess, bait him in. Yeah, slowly chipping away at this Nexus. Shields are gone now. Protoss cannot repair their buildings, unfortunately.
He is mining again, and unfortunately the Stalker doesn't know where the mineral line is, so he's checking everywhere but his own natural. And as a result of this, he's going to be able to keep repairing this. Basically what Printf is going to do once he has enough Stalkers is just focus fire the SCVs, back off, recharge shields, and kill the bunker. But that might be too much time. That might be enough time for Printf to actually kill this thing, and it's getting very close.
Nexus getting really low, down to 400 HP. Gonna try and focus fire this bunker. These Marines are doing some serious work.
And yeah, that's too much DPS. He's able to finally focus it down. The Marines won't be able to handle this number of stalkers at all.
Nope.
They go down, and that's GG.
Yep, Fade's contain was broken. Well done. Wow, it's pretty intense game there.
That was a good one.
Yeah, no, that was great.
And as you can see, just the simple having the gateway on the back line, allowing him to walk in and do damage to the worker line, kind of spread things out like that. Printf basically had that all read out in his head. He knew exactly what to do at every step. So close, though. Yep. So close. So now we're moving into game 4? Yeah, 4.
4.
Fade. Printf's ahead by 2. He's had 2.
Oh, I got you. They're all blurring together now, because there we go.
MVP versus Squirtle 2015. Yeah, another era there.
So game 4 on Coda Ladder Edition. Gonna go ahead and download this, reconfigure my client. So good, we got a good group of people here. Nice to see everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate that. If you're from Covert Stream, we also appreciate your attendance.
Yeah, basically we're looking at a situation right now with the show matches where just with the new game coming out, a lot of people are just like, I'm gonna take a break, and they're like also watching other things with Overwatch. If you haven't seen anything, you're kind of missing out.
You are missing out, indeed.
Game 4.
Okay, reinvert my direct screen because that really bothers me.
I'm not in yet.
Okay.
But yeah, pretty much our operation here, just to kind of clarify this, because I think some people secretly wonder from time to time, we're not sitting here with aspirations of becoming professional StarCraft casters.
Nope.
In case anyone was wondering. We literally do this for fun because we enjoy the game and we enjoy the people in the day-night community.
Fun stuff, yeah.
Way to have fun. And we're actually thinking of stuff to maybe branch out with more games that's never been a good option up until now. So it's actually more likely, though, that we will be including Archon stuff after Legacy of the Void comes out. So Archon games will definitely happen.
Oh, yeah. Archon. Oh, that's going to be so sick. We can get Archon matches going get 4 players in, essentially 2v2, 1v1 kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
That would be so good.
We will be incorporating that. Like, that will be probably the big new thing, I think.
Yep.
With Legacy, other than the game itself. But
we should totally do that first weekend.
Oh, yeah. Well, not
just have
first weekend. If we do that, yeah, we could
have an event. Just have people get together for Archon, get everybody on the stream, just have a good time before we get back into the normal schedule.
I was gonna say our first weekend will definitely have normal matches though. If I just space it out by 3 weeks instead of 2.
Yeah.
Because people will do that. I guess I could just wait until 2 weeks after the game comes out, and then we could do that. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We'll talk about it later. The point what I'm driving at here, guys, is we're here to have fun. We're here to enjoy StarCraft.
Enjoying some StarCraft.
If that sounds like fun to you, stick around.
All right, just double checking, bottom right corner. We're good.
Okay. You do the countdown this time.
All right, count us down in 7, 6, 5, 4. Go.
So we're looking at bottom right of the map. Our pink Zerg player currently behind 1 game. It's 2-1. Game 4, Fade.
And his opponent's spawning in the top left-hand corner of the map. Zerg this game. It is Printf.
So we see we have a newcomer into the stream asking important question. What league? Well, Fade's Diamond and Printf is Grandmaster, but he's playing Zerg, which is not his main race. So I have no idea what's going to happen. That's the answer to that question.
Nope, definitely not his main race. His main race we've seen is definitely Protoss. Protoss, he's very good at cannon rushing.
He is a cannon rushing GM, quite literally. Not like, I'm not saying that, like, oh, he's good at cannon. No, I mean, he's literally Grandmaster at cannon rushing. Because he's in Grandmaster by cannon rushing. Oh, he's pulling the boys. Is this an accident, or is he doing this on purpose? Well, there's a scout. Oh, there's a lot of workers.
Oh, no.
Wait a minute.
He's doing a double take. He's going to go check, and he's going to find absolutely nothing going on.
Oh, you know what? I think Fade was running random in these games, and he probably just didn't want Zerg, so he might be throwing this one.
You mean Printf?
I mean, sorry, Printf.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Brain.
What is this? This is terrible. So he's going to worker rush the crap out of Mr. Fade here.
The thing. Fade should know how to deal with this by now. I mean, it happens to everybody in Bronze at least once. But the thing is, drones do have a lot of health, and what is this?
Setting up a concave.
He has a cannon. Oh, yeah, he's getting a forge, and he's just going to put down a cannon. But for now, he's going to have to micro against this. And, of course, both sides are able to utilize the minerals to micro. So I'm not sure what ends up happening here. But the probes in a straight-up fight do a little worse. But they do have shields, so what they can do is they can juke in and out of the fight. Lose some shields, run away, come back. This is, generally speaking, considered bad for whoever's attacking, because the defender is just going to have more workers. But now we have a cannon going down. It's an incredible threat, and honestly, we'll shut this down permanently. So he has to dive in there and try and kill that. Like, attacking the Nexus isn't going to do anything at all. He's going to try and get to the pylon. Yep, Faye's going to protect the cannon, but he needs to throw down another pylon if he wants to do that. And now he's going to run out, surround, and here comes the attack. And there's 2 more workers joining as well. So there's really multiple ways to win this. One is just getting this cannon up. One is just buying enough time to get more workers, because, you know, he has a production structure that's making workers, and his opponent is doing the same, but they're back home. They're not here. So...
Wow. Pretty sick game already.
So far, the only losses have really just been the Zerg, though.
Oh, here we go. Pylon going down, trying to get this cannon repowered. Drones working away at this Nexus. Almost got the shields down to half health already. It's pretty scary. Fade trying to stack
now he's like,
his
I should attack that. And there we go.
There we go.
Cannon I think he's actually over-microing a little bit. I think he's close to the point. Yeah, now the cannon's up, he can just mine, and that's essentially GG. Like, the Protoss has how many workers? 15 to 12 workers against the Zerg. The Zerg has nothing else up. There's a little bit of tech already in the form of that forge. Yeah, he doesn't have a gateway, but like he's going to get that stuff real quickly, and most of the mining just isn't on the side of the map. He can send his workers back to mine, but he's going to miss hundreds of minerals in mining.
Yep, lots of lost time here. And Fade himself is actually putting a proxy pylon here across the map right in front of the Zerg base. With a photon cannon, he's going to pylon wall this.
That's interesting. I don't really feel like he needs to, honestly. Like, I mean, it's cheeky, it's cool, it's whatever. I mean, these guys, like, knew each other back when they were around the same rank, and Fade kind of, like, followed his lead into going into aggro to rank up. So these guys have known each other for forever. But at this point, and I assume this is just sort of a little cheekiness back at him, but really all you do in this situation is you build a couple gateways and go. 3-base aggro, or 4-base. I mean, not 3-base. 3-gate aggro or 4-gate. There's no need to be complicated, just attack the guy. Like, he will not be able to hold off whatever you do.
Much production tab for Printf is empty currently. That's a big deal. Only just now dropping his spawning pool, and man, Fade's already on the way. He's got a gateway, he's got 2 gas going down, cybernetics core. He's going to be way ahead of Printf in this game.
Yep. I'm actually interested to see how he's going to take it. I mean, because technically you can expand as well. You open yourself up to some scary possibilities if they get real cheesy, which, I mean, they've already proven themselves to do so. Like, that's not a question. Hello, there's a drone here.
There is a drone here.
What is the drone going to do?
He is saving up to 400 minerals, Omega. We're at 350. He's going to drop a hatchery. I know he is.
Could? I mean, I'm
there he goes.
I'm looking at this and I'm like, here's the thing, is any option you go for at this point is sheer desperation, no matter what. Oh. This is amusing, though, and it might work. work? Maybe? Question mark? I mean, he can just build one zealot and kill it.
Fade isn't looking, though. This could get out of hand real fast. He's mining minerals at home. Spawning pool is complete. Roach Warren going down. He's going to be able to proxy these units into Fade's base. Oh my gosh.
I'll hand it to Printf. He's finding a way to win in this situation. And I guess he wasn't throwing the game. This was all very deliberate. I take back what I said before. This guy knows what he's doing.
For sure,
but
for
there's
sure.
a stalker now, and he's going to kill the Overlord, which is going to supply block the Zerg.
Oh, he spots it.
Nope, he sees it. And now he's going to supply block the Zerg. For just a second, because he's building 2 more Overlords. Didn't look at the production tab first.
Wow, Fate
wow,
says so cheesy. So cheesy.
Kappa.
Kappa.
Pop.
Drop this Overlord, start working away on this hatchery, but not before it completes.
Yeah, it'll get done. It'll build a couple roaches. That's going to happen, but he's chrono boosting more stalkers out. We've got a zealot as well. There's also the air power of the mothership core. Not canceling it, so he's definitely going to go for this. There's only 1 larva out right now. So many more he's able to get. There's also a front wall off that's going to be completed by the time this happens, so anything he builds at home will not be able to join in the attack. And it looks like this is just a paperweight that's going to die. Unfortunately.
Ooh, that's a very expensive paperweight. Got 3 larvae out now. Not the broodlings.
Broodlings, oh no! Broodlings, oh no!
So painful for that zealot. I was gonna morph. Morph and roaches.
Yeah. Okay. Here come the roaches.
Yep. Does have plenty of time here. Can't really break through these eggs carapace, unfortunately. Roaches are gonna pop, but I think they're gonna be sacrifices for the Zerg army, unfortunately. Yeah.
Oh man, up here they come. We're gonna try and run them out of the base. Okay, well, come on, man. We gotta survive. We gotta kill something. Oh gosh. Oh, I don't think we're gonna survive.
Our lives must be worth it.
Kill the zealot.
Kill the zealot. Nope, can't.
Oh, this cannon. Oh, that's the end of that. So, unfortunately, if we look at the resources lost tab, so far the Zerg has lost 600 more resources and 6 more units than the Protoss.
Ouch.
In general, normally you'd be like, yeah, it's normal, it's Zerg, they lose stuff. But in this situation, this is not good.
Yeah, no, this early in the game, that's really painful. Very painful. So Fade working on getting his expansion here, going to move right into an economic lead. Super
He's chrono
solid.
boosting Blink. I think I know what's coming.
Uh-huh.
A lot of gateways.
A lot of gateways.
A lot of gateways in our future.
I've taken down this pylon up here at the top of this ramp, so there's no cheeky frontline warping stuff.
And this one, the Protoss goes, aw, shucks.
Aw, shucks. I'll just build another one. Aw, shucks.
I guess it's too bad. Whereas in Legacy of the Void, if you kill the pylon and the gateway next to it, he's going to be like, oh my god! Like, he will get so mad if that happens, because it takes forever to set that up.
Printf more coming up to layer here, moving these roaches across the map, probably going to try and get some scouting information, but this wall is complete, so not really going to get too much out of this.
Yeah, he's going to break this down, I'm going to let him out, and he's going to supply block himself in the process, but he's got another pylon building. Oh, by the way, 3 roaches are here. 3 roach assault! We must cancel his blink! Oh gosh, he's got stuff! Run! Yeah, like, I know I'm, like, hamming it up a little bit too much here, but these games always get incredibly silly when they go this long. When they start like
yeah,
that.
this is super silly. I mean, you know, Printf's trying to get something done with these 3 roaches, but he knows better. He can't do much with these.
In a burrow to survive. This is nice.
Wow. Yeah, there we go. Yelling it up.
Of course, he would have 6 roaches if he built those at home instead of in the base. This is an unfortunate reality.
Up, dropping an infestation pit. Gonna go for those upgrades on these roaches.
And now he's going to try and pick up a 3rd. This is the weird thing about whenever you do anything that's cheesy and it fails real bad, like, you have to gamble in some way. And it looks like the gamble he's going for is that he's going to feign pressure while going for a 3rd, but unfortunately it's getting discovered immediately. Fade sees this coming, and it looks like he's going to be attacking it with a cannon rush. Because this is what you do to your GM cannon rushing friend.
Yes. Yep, Fade's got Printf's number this game, it seems. He's going to head this off. Well, what? You're just leaving the pylon.
He's just... Okay. I was dreaming a little too much here. He's just gonna kill the stalkers. That works too.
That's a little too cheeky for Fade.
Oh, he's even gonna stop he's gonna like stutter step against the building.
There you go. Super solid. Just making sure that that building can't hit you back.
So here comes the spine crawler desperation defense. I'm gonna throw down 6 of these bad boys. Here comes the death ball. I'm gonna run right up the map. Oh look, this is swarm host. Oh, it's dead. Oh,
no free units.
That would have been a great idea, though. He knew he had no detection. Oh, here comes the workers. And unfortunately, yeah, I mean, he's like, well, yeah. Now he's just gonna blink on top of the spine crawlers and kill them. Yeah.
And these workers whittle away.
There's one swarm host. One swarm host might be able to eventually drive everything out of the base after he probably kills all the buildings. Oh, there's 3. Oh, that's actually a decent amount.
Yo, Lucas going down, but getting cleaned up real fast. And Printf GG's out.
He decides not to let the game drag on for another 5 minutes, which he could have done by burrowing those. If he burrowed them, they would have probably forced the protest to be like, run down to the natural, kill that. Yeah, I gotta build an observer.
We're looking at a game 5, ladies and gentlemen. Game 5 hype and a best of 5.
Yep.
Pretty awesome. Could anybody's game now. Best of 1.
Protoss, boys. Protoss, boy.
Boys.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Bina, why can't I at least rejoin automatically?
Can't check my local files. Okay, guys. You get the Artanis eye candy. Here it comes. Boom.
Oh, man. Wouldn't it be so cool if like another one unlocks when you beat the campaign or something?
Yeah, that'd be nice. You know, that was wasted potential with all those different screens you could choose from. I mean, they're granted there were only planets in Kerrigan and, you know, like the Hyperion, but I've added so many of those.
Okay, well, open up game 5.
Going up to game 5, loading her in. I'm gonna adjust some settings. We should be good to go, ladies and gentlemen. Hang in there for just a couple more seconds. I'm interested to see how this turns out. I mean, you know, it's pretty awesome that a Diamond player's going toe to toe here with
yeah,
the Grandmaster. Right?
I mean,
it's pretty awesome.
It's one of those things that's just a lot more likely to happen when you know how the GM plays.
Right.
In this case,
right.
Like, if he was GM with like super solid macro play, like this is not gonna happen. But but you know his style, he can't surprise you with it. Like there's mind games. This is all mind games, which makes it super cool to watch though.
Yeah.
Because like cool this is just the sort of match you never see in professional StarCraft.
For sure. For sure.
Everyone's gotten too good. Basically.
All right, when you load in, I'm looking at the right side of the map, so whenever you are ready.
Okay. I am getting to the 0 point. I am there. Go for it.
All right, count us down in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
So on the right side of the map, we have our pink Protoss player currently tied with his opponent. 2-2 is Fade.
And his opponent, green spawning Zerg again this game. Printf.
I gotta respect that. He's staying committed to the random thing, or at least staying committed to not playing cannons.
Yeah.
I guess he's just not really doing cannons other than once. I don't know. It's nice of him to do that. I mean, the games have been nice and close as a result.
Yeah, no, I mean, that hatchery in the base was...
if you do watch this later, Fade, I mean, not Fade. I will say this, Printf, if you do watch this later, I do appreciate it. I appreciate the variety, at least. I mean, you are welcome to steal cannons if you want, but I do appreciate it.
We're always welcome to variety, mixing things up a little bit. Makes things more interesting.
Yes!
Oh, cool.
Well, anyway, I was thinking, about something right when we were starting and it disappeared. So I'm going to talk about BlizzCon instead. BlizzCon, they actually have a panel where they're going to talk about what their future plans are for StarCraft 2. So apparently they want to continue, like, saying something about future story stuff and multiplayer stuff. I guess they're considering adding on content as time goes on.
That would be really cool.
The expansion might not be the end of single-player content, is what that implies, which is interesting. I'm not sure what that means. Like, I don't think they're going to be doing another expansion. I'm very curious to see what this means, honestly.
Huh, maybe add-on missions once every couple months. That would be really neat.
But I will probably miss that panel, though. So, like, that's something I'm going to probably watch when I come back, because it's immediately after the opening ceremony, and I'm going to be like, sprint to the Overwatch booth is basically what I'm going to do. The instant the ceremony is over.
Yep.
Or heck, I might even be in line and just watch it from the screens. I'm not even sure I'll go to this opening ceremony.
Oh, there are going to be so many people trying to play Overwatch, too. Hope we get in there.
Oh, yeah. I will get in. That will be it. Look, if nothing else happens, I'm playing that at least once.
You're going to take your phone with you? You should take some video.
I will take my phone with me. I probably won't do video because I'm going to need to have it on all day, so it'll be in like a low power state. But I will take pictures.
Pictures, yeah. Should take...
And maybe I will take video around like the statues.
Videos would be awesome, yeah. Have you walking around talking about stuff, what you're doing for the next hour or two. It'd be fun. Like a little mini coverage thing.
We'll see. We'll see. I've not thought about logistics of that. If I do that, I probably should buy a spare battery.
Or a Mophie.
I have issues if I try that. But no, yeah, that's actually always a huge problem I've heard in BlizzCon. It's just
phone battery
runs
power.
out super fast.
Yep.
It runs out super fast because you just don't have a good connection. So all the normal update stuff that your phone tries to do burns the battery real quickly.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm gonna turn off most of that stuff while I'm in there. But anyway, we have a Baneling Nest popping up here for Printf, so it looks like he wants to go for a good old classic Bane Bust on his Protoss foe. This used to be my bane, the bane of my existence as a silver player.
Yeah, Baneling busts are so difficult, especially as a Protoss. You can't lift your buildings and get away from it. I mean, it's just... And your buildings don't regenerate. You can't repair your buildings. But...
Well, you know, I was trying to be a good Protoss and trying to learn macro stuff. So I was doing the fast expand stuff. I had pylons in my walls and things like that. And then these Zergs would show up with Banelings. And I would be like, every single time it happened because I didn't understand the timing very well. I didn't know when to watch for it. So I would look away when the Banelings hit, and I would force field in time, and just everything would fall apart. And I would be like, wave confetti everywhere as I angrily walk out of the room. But basically, I did eventually kind of get past that particular tactic, partly because it stopped happening when I got to gold and plat. But, you know, for the record, the highest I ever was platinum in Heart of the Storm.
Right.
Have not played tremendously since then, unfortunately.
An F here, morphing some Banelings at the front. He was trying to pick away at these rocks, but Fade was paying attention and caught them before they could do too much damage. Mothership Core moving out. He's got to know something's up here. Lings with speed and Banelings moving in now.
This is gonna... Oh. Yeah, he's not set up for this. He doesn't have a... You need... Well, he has the sentry. Okay, so let's see how good his micro... Let's see if his micro is good enough. That's what it comes down to. He needs a perfect sentry wall, and then he's gonna start like just stacking buildings out of the front.
Poking away.
Okay, he has a sentry. That's a problem. And here comes the attack. He's going to send the Lings in first, and the Banelings are going to come around the back end. Looks like he is... I wonder if he's just going to try and bait the force field and walk away. Yeah. He doesn't have anywhere near enough right now to force field again, because he just made this thing, so he actually can break through. And now that the force field is gone, probably going to see him grab Banelings and run for that pylon wall he just created. Nope. Another one comes out just in time. Now he has 3 sentries. This is enough to eternally force field this spot. If he's faster.
Oh, one got through. That's pretty good. Just nick the shields. It'll give time to the shields to recharge.
It takes about 1/4 of its health out overall. Looks like. But the thing is, he's actually slowly doing enough damage to the gateway here that the gateway is soon going to have about as much health as the pylons. He can actually just smash the Banelings into the gateway to get through.
Good. Fade, his mind is racing now. He's trying to figure out what to do. He's expanded down. He's got a natural behind this. He knows Printf's got to be a little bit behind if he's investing in this early attack. Ooh. Banelings do not like the mothership core.
Nope, he's trying to focus on at least a couple of the banelings. He's gonna get one. Another one coming up here. Okay, lings are going up. Lings get trapped. The banelings partly go off on the gateway, but it's not enough. The lings are getting focused down by the sentries now, and I think Fade is going to hold this pretty soundly. The gateway is almost dead. It is not dead, though, and there's just a lot here.
Wow.
Meanwhile, on the back of this, Printf is trying to pick up an expansion. There's already one up for the Protoss, though. I'm getting the impression this is a bad map for this.
Yeah.
Says Printf, remarking on the problem that he is now experiencing. I actually wonder if he might have had more success just breaking the rocks down.
Maybe he would have, but, you know...
I don't know.
Fade knows these are here. He's got a pylon. He can, you know, you can at least hear what's going on down here if you move your camera.
Yeah, I've tried it a lot myself. Oh, Fade! Fade basically saying that he's learned how to defend this map by other people defending him. Trying it. Sad face.
Sad face. Needs to be super careful of this gateway. It's only going to take a few more of these banelings, and it's going to drop... Oh, he dropped the rocks. There's a spot open here. He's dropping a cannon. This is inviting Printf into his home here.
It's interesting. I think he has a lot of force fields, though, so he should be fine even if he loses this gateway at this point. Because especially if all the banelings blew up on the building, he has, like, what? Basically about 20 links. Just eyeballing it.
Something like that. Yeah, if you check the units tab here, we got 28 to be exact. And, yeah, it won't take much for Printf to finally get through this thing. This gateway is so damaged, and the shields are coming back, but it's not going to be enough.
The only thing I would change in in Fade's setup right now is that these 3 sentries that are on the front line, I would move them behind the stalkers. If he does break through, he could easily kill the sentries really easily if he breaks through that. And it's like, no, okay, he gets the gateway, but yeah, everything dies. And 1 sentry, because, you know, he was too close. And here it comes, he's just going to rebuild it. Bonk.
Well done by Fade. Very scary. Banelings dealing with them are just super scary for Protoss, especially. Lings moving up. They're going to check out what's going on up here. Bunch of stalkers.
He's getting paranoid. He's building defenses at the bottom.
Yes,
I guess he has to do this. He has to, yeah, because
here he goes.
Yep. Like, feel around. By the way, he's still not building workers and populating that second base, so he's pretty much sitting on 1 base, and it's already the 12-minute mark. Just sheer numbers is going to overwhelm this. What Printf has on the board anyway.
Yep, Printf checked it out. And,
he's recognizing it.
Tapped out.
I can't break through that. GG. So
GG.
Fade takes it 3-2.
Well done, Fade. Good job, sir. Well done by Printf as well. Keeping him on his back foot all these games. Oh, man. You guys are crazy to watch, man. So crazy.
So, as always, Fade, you may come on if you so desire, and we can talk to you a little bit. You don't have to. But if you want, I can throw you the Discord link and drag you over to our channel to discuss the games with us. I can't remember if you even have a mic. I mean, if you don't, you can still join us. I don't know if it actually let you in the voice channels if you have a mic. I think it will.
Loopy's saying, can all the series just be Fade versus Printf, please?
Well, no. But I can understand why you'd want to see that. Because, again, it's just the type of StarCraft we never see these days. This used to happen more frequently in pro-level games. Back when StarCraft 2 came out, when it was Wings of Liberty, early Heart of the Swarm. And then after that, it just... He can't come on because his brother's using his PC. Well, all right, good friend. All right, good sir. Our good friend. Thank you very much for playing and for having the guts to challenge Printf. Amazing that you won too, even though he wasn't like coming at you with his big guns all the time. I still appreciate it nonetheless. So that match is a one-off though. That will not have a sequel unless Fade decides to challenge him again, which he can do if he so desires, and it's up to Printf whether or not he wants to accept that. But yeah.
Very well done.
We are done for today. If you want to see more, we will be casting again tomorrow at the exact same time, 11 a.m. PDT or 2 p.m. EST if you happen to be on the East Coast of the United States. Gurthang versus Probe 2 is another Legacy of the Void match. It will be starting us off. That's one they played this past week. And Crazy Chaos versus Loopy Loo on a Heart of the Swarm match will be what we round out the weekend with, and will be our last Heart of the Swarm cast. Probably.
Oh yeah, last start of Swarmcast. Hype for
Crazy.
Legacy. No
Crazy to
more.
think about.
Yep, just want to remind everybody too. Yep, no more Heart of the Swarm games can be played after the Legacy
Right.
expansion
I'm
has been completed.
gonna put out an email showing the alterations to the schedule. We'll just make sure that people have time after the release of Legacy of the Void. You'll have 2 weeks to actually play your matches. So that means there will not be a set of matches in 2 weeks, despite what it says on the schedule. I need to change that. But I can challenge. Can I challenge him now? Like I said, make sure the next challenge that you guys do will be on Legacy of the Void. So save it for when the game releases. Don't worry about that for now. Well, basically, we're gonna be on a break. And yeah, rest in peace, Huts.
Rest in peace.
Now Heroes of the Storm can rightfully take the acronym.
They can.
Without everybody being pissed.
Awesome. So that concludes our cast for this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us. I'd like to shout out for Covert sending a bunch of people our way. And,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We should probably do post credits real quick before we sign off. The art that you see us use for the most part on our overlays was done by Garrett Weinzerl, whom you can find at nomanart.com and amove.tv. You should be watching the shit out of those podcasts, because if you haven't, you're missing out on all Blizzard games.
Also,
except for StarCraft. They don't have one anymore.
Tweet him on Twitter today at GarrettArt. He's getting married.
Yes.
Do it. He's an awesome dude.
Tell him Zero Lambda and Omega 068 said hi. He won't remember us,
yeah,
that's okay.
He won't know
Kyle
who we
would
are, but
recognize us because I pop up in the post-game show from time to time on Heroes. But yeah, Garrett will not recognize us, unfortunately. But also, in addition to that, special thanks to everybody that helps us out with the show matches. In particular, of course, Cobra Muffin for helping us out earlier today, and Namek, who manages our Facebook page. I will be putting up the archive videos for these matches on Monday or Sunday evening. Depends on how I feel after tomorrow's cast.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, everybody. We will catch you tomorrow afternoon, same time. Have a good one.